Peace, peace. This is Anpu Ra with another video of astral travel. And for those who are just tuning in, I I'm reading off my personal journal on this astral traveling. I've been doing it a lot throughout the years, but right now it's just been happening a lot, especially after 2012. It's been like once a month. And for those who don't know what astral traveling is when your soul leaves your physical body and entering other dimensions. Uh, so the last video I did was about August. What happened to me on August 12th, 2014? That was a Tuesday, and I was like I said before, I was in Brooklyn at my mother-in-law's apartment to see a senior citizen building, and that experience was pretty crazy. Uh, I was attacked by like a bunch of gins. Like it was a bunch of them. I've never seen that many before. And I kind of broke down my theory why there was so many there. Um, yeah, it was pretty interesting. But it is what it is. Like I said, man, it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. Fear is all in the mind. Um, will things to existence is all in the mind. All right. So on and also in that last video, I also spoke about pay attention to your dreams. That there's been a lot of dreams that I've seen UFO crafts, and that last night I had a dream again. I seen a UFO craft. Um, I was just walking. I was outside and I looked up in the sky and just having a moment, within the dream, just thinking deep. Just like, what is the purpose of what's the purpose of all this? And as I said that, boom, a craft just appeared in the sky. And it wasn't nighttime. Within the dream, it was daytime. And I wasn't conscious. Like I said, I was playing out a role. But big craft. Then within that craft, a smaller craft came out of it. And it started to circle around me. And I started following it. And I was looking around. And it was like I was the only one that could see it. And then it just zipped off and boom, it was gone. And I woke up this morning and I was like, wow, look, another one of those damn dreams with the damn crafts. Uh, which is crazy. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do exist within the fourth dimension, within the other dimensions. They exist. And they are able to come into this dimension and maybe control whatever agenda there is. And, you know, it is what it is. But let me continue going. This next segment we'll talk about. So the last one was August. This one is September. So like I said, it's always every once a month. And also, I forgot to mention in the last video that when I was being chased by these shadow beings, that I had ran down a hall and by the staircase, all these jinns came out. So when I woke up that next day, I went to see if that staircase was there. Because like I said, everything in the fourth dimension looks the same. And sure enough, that staircase was there. And I'd never been down there. I'd never been down there. Our apartment was right across from the elevator. I never took the stairs. So, I had no knowledge of that. And sure enough, it was there. And also, like I said before, this type of ability, your psychic kind of enhances. So you get stronger with your psychic ability as well. And just today, in the car with my girl, and my son was at his friend's house, and we was just went food shopping, whatever. And I was just about to get out the car to bring the groceries upstairs and stuff. And sure enough, I had a psychic moment. It it was more like a deja vu, and it was crazy. I was like, wow, I've done this before. I'm having a deja vu right now. She was like, and digging in her purse, And she's like, "Wow, what happened?" I was like, "You was about to go pick up your son, and you're gonna come back to the house and be pissed off about something that he did." And sure enough, long story short, sure enough, it came true. So she was like, "Well, your prediction was right." Like, hey, it is what it is. All right, let me continue on. um, like I said, it's been happening once a month. So in this segment, I'm gonna talk about what happened to me on September 1st, 2014. That was a Monday. Okay. So now, at this time, I had moved from Brooklyn to South Carolina. So let me continue. So I'm living in South Carolina with my sister-in-law's house. I woke up to use the bathroom, and it was around 2:40 a.m. in the morning. Like I said before, break the sleep pattern. Boom. I went back to bed, and the vibration started. I heard a click in my head, and I was separated from my body. I could feel the jinn in the room, and I could hear him whispering. One of them had mentioned something about a war. I don't know what war. Maybe it's the war between us and them. You know, I don't know. One of them mentioned war, something about a war, and I stayed calm. I had no fear. I left my body, and the room was very dark. I used my mind, and I said, "I am light." And within my mind, I willed it. It was a ball of light that just lit up. It was a ball floating right in front of me. When that ball of light just lit up the whole room. And I saw a gym, of course. And but it was kind of crazy because here I am in South Carolina, but it tried to confuse my surroundings. And because I was back at my mother-in-law's apartment. I mean, I don't know, maybe I teleported there, or it was just trying to throw me off because I was at my mother-in-law's apartment in Brooklyn, but I'm in South Carolina, which is crazy. And I saw the gym, and I remember I had grabbed it with my hands, and I began to burn it with this light that came out of my hands. And in my last video, I spoke that, this guy this entity was training me how to shoot lightning bolts out my hand. And I remember, the techniques that he was doing. And I kind of burned it within my hand. I grabbed it, and like the light just came out my hand, and I began to burn it. And it's crazy because the gin was like if I was burning plastic. If I was burning plastic, and it shrank to a ball, and then I remember throwing it out the window. And remind you, the setting was still my mother-in-law's apartment. So I knew I knew there were more, but I couldn't find them. I didn't see them. They were trying to play mind tricks with me because it made my surrounding look like my mother-in-law's apartment in Brooklyn, New York. So I walked out the door if I was in my mother-in-law's apartment, and there were two men standing in the hallway looking at me. It was like the last experience, the same exact setting. It was like the same setup. You know what I'm saying? Because they got me last time. I was kind of thrown off by it. You know, I got kind of scared in the moment, whatever. But it was like the same experience. But this time I'm more conscious, and I'm like, I'm ready for it. So they were just standing there in the hallway, just looking at me, and I stayed calm, and I had no fear. And I walked down the hall, and I saw these men coming towards me like a gang. And I mean, it was more than one. It was like six of them. They were walking towards me, and they all looked like, a bunch of young hoodlums. You know what I'm saying? So they came towards me, and I just stayed calm, and I had no fear. And I just walked through them like I walked through the crowd, like whatever, like what up. And I went outside. But when I went outside, everything had got dark. Everything had got dark, and then I ended up going back to my body. And I woke up and I looked around, and I was like, "Whoa, that was crazy." I'm like, they trying to set me up again with that same setup. So I remember I went back into a trance, and I focused on the ringing in my ear because it was like that vibration. You get that, you hear that ringing, and I know a lot of people, you hear that ringing in your ear. And I was just tuning into it, just focusing on it, and yeah, and then the vibration got stronger and stronger, and I went back to the astral realm. I lifted out my body, and soon I was going to open the door. My girl said, "Where you going?" Which was crazy. Now here I am in the astral realm, you know. And I turned around, and she stood up, and her physical body was still in her bed. I was surprised that she didn't realize that she also was in the astral realm. And I said to her, "Do you know that you're in the astral realm?" I mean, this is how conscious I was. And she didn't understand me, you know. She was like, "What?" She didn't understand me. She didn't understand me when I told her that. So, so I told her to come with me. And when I opened the door, we were in this huge, fancy building. And I always speak about this. Like every time I go through a window or a door, it's like you enter something else. You enter another dimension or another place. So it was like I was in this huge, fancy building. I mean, the walls were like marble. It was like red carpet. It was real clean. It was just a good energy about it. It was nice. Like if I was in a castle, like a castle of royalty or so. And I remember it was like the walls were shining bright. So she got excited, and she said, "What is this place?" And I said, "The astral realm." I'm trying to explain this to her. And when you open doors, it's like if you open a portal. Here I wrote, um, there was a lady standing with her. I didn't ask who she was. I just knew. But I knew she was her spiritual guide, and she was just with her. So we went to the staircase, and I looked down. I mean, it was a big staircase, and the staircase came around like a circle, like a spiral circle all the way down. We had to be like in a sixth floor or something like that. So, I told my girl, I said, "Yo, the rules and laws are not the same in the physical world." And then I told her, I said, "Watch this." And I flew down the stairs all the way down to the first floor, like, just showing off, right? And my girl was like, she was shocked. Like, she was like, "Wow, how did you do that?" And I must say that we were in the fifth dimension. Finally, I made it. I made it back. And how do I know? Because the energy it's like filled with love, and everything is so bright. I went there the first time. The other video that I did, one of the beginnings, and it's just an amazing place. It's just, you just can't explain it. You could say it's heaven. It feels like heaven. Everything. I mean, the last time I was there, I saw crystal pyramids shooting rainbows, and I went in the water. I was breathing underwater. And, I saw this blue beam. You know, everything was just amazing, amazing. And here I was there again. It's not like the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension, like everything just looks the same. So it's something with astral traveling and going through doors and windows. entering portals. It's interesting. But I made it back again. And I've been waiting for this moment for the longest to go back there. It's just because the energy is just amazing feeling. It's like there's no pain, there's no worry, no, it's just so much peace. Just so much peace. Like what this world should be, what this dimension should be. But let me continue. Um, so so here I wrote, because the energy filled with love and is so bright. So she was shocked and she kept asking me questions. Like, you know, what I did when I first went to this room, and I told her that you might not remember this. And and I told her that it takes a lot of skills to get to that level. Here I am telling my girl, like, yo, you're gonna wake up in the morning, you're not gonna remember this experience. Because we astral travel every day. When you sleep, you leave your body. And like I said, people don't be conscious, or they just don't remember their dreams. And here I is, I was conscious, and I'm astral traveling, with my girl. And I knew she wasn't gonna remember. And there were so many souls there. Everyone was so happy. It felt like we was like in a carnival. And I told my girl again, I said, this is the place where spirits go when you dream or when you pass away from the physical world. She was speechless. And I can't really explain how this place looks because words just can't express it. And as we was walking, I told my girl again, I said, you could even summon anyone that passed away. And she looked at me in shock. And because her father had passed away, when she was like 3 years old, 4 years old. So she looked at me in shock, and I don't think I was supposed to tell her that because her spiritual guide, gave me a look and then like grabbed her hand and started to take her away from me. And here I wrote, I understood that I went too far because there's level to this knowledge. So I continued to walk, and I was approached by this old African man, but he looked at African American, and and he had a white beard, and he told me that I was ready for the next level. He asked me, he said, well, are you ready for the next level? I was like, I guess. So I guess I graduated. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, it's funny because as soon as I met this old man, and he said that, he said, you ready for the next level? I'm like, yeah, I am. And as soon as he said that, boom, I was back in my body. And it's crazy. So when I went back to my body, I woke my girl up like, yo. She woke up. I was like, yo, you remember? Because I didn't want her to forget. I didn't want her to forget. I know it sounds crazy. Man. I didn't want her to forget. And she was like, what are you talking about? I was like, you was there with me. We were there together. And she didn't remember. And yeah. So then I just left it like that. And then the next morning, when she got up, I explained to her what had happened. Now, this is the second time that I've seen my girl leave her body, while in the astral realm. And the first time it was in Queens, New York. I just saw her lift out her body and just shoot up. But this time, like, she wasn't conscious, but she was conscious because she was able to see me and question me, like, where you going, you know? And that was, it was an amazing experience. amazing. But kind of was like kind of sour that she wasn't conscious and remember. I think it would have been real cool if she'd have been like, "Yeah, I remember we did this. We went, you flew down the stairs." Like, then I'd have been like, "Wow, that would have been an ill experience." But I guess in due time we'll get to that level, right? So that was the end of that experience. You know what I'm saying? September 1st, 2014. And I'm gonna leave on that note. And another thing too, yo, gotta get that Seth material. That book is very, very heavy. I mean, I'm still reading it. I mean, I don't want to like just run through it, but that book is heavy. Right now, I'm at the chapter of talking about death. You know, it's pretty deep. It's some deep shit in that book. You know what I mean? After I finish this video, I'm about to jump back in that book right now. But let me get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Until we meet again. Namaste, Hotep, and all that good stuff. Peace. It's your boy Anpu Ra, the Astral Traveler. Hold it down. One.